Alright guys, that's what we're going to do, a bit of an update. Got my sunglasses on because the sun's a bit right in front of me. Um, as you can see, I'm back in the Matter. It's fairly quiet except for the odd scrambling motorbike going around at the minute. It's pretty warm. I'd say it's probably about 18 to 20 degrees today. A little bit windy, which is why I've come off the beach. I'll cut in some of the beach video over the top of me sitting here, because there's a lot of wind noise, wave noise, etc. But it's still quite a nice day. A few people have asked me to do an update, so here I am. Where I've been, well, I've got a lot of work on in the UK at the minute, so I'm sort of in and out the UK. Plus we've had some renovation projects here in Spain, so like today I've just gone and picked up some materials because I'm just about to finish doing the electrics on one of them. And there'll be some information on that at the end of this video as well. But extremely busy because one of the reasons being is I'm looking at buying a property during next year. Now, all going well, it'll be at the start of the year. All not going so well, be a bit longer in the year. So we'll wait and see, because one of the things I'm trying to do is, since we've got some extra cash flow boost from working, I want to get the car sorted out good and for all. Obviously we're going to spend a fair few euros over Christmas, and then everything sort of getting ploughed into getting the house bought, renovated, and either we're going to move into it or rent it out, depending which one we buy. So it's all a work in progress at the minute, which is why I haven't really updated too much. A few people have asked me about the Brexit. The only thing I can say on that is quite simply, when people go, "Oh, we're going to be better off, worse off," you're always going to be worse off. You tell me when a politician's giving you something. If they've given you it somewhere, they've taken it from somewhere else. The grim reality is, this thing where they're sort of saying everyone needs to come out and vote, everybody needs to come out and vote, I would actually say abstaining is what really should be going on. I'm trying not to get too political. Is, from my personal view, I don't see any party fit for purpose. There's been enough crap come out of them this year that just makes them look stupid, liars, corrupt. You take your pick. The best vote is no vote, because that actually shows us zero confidence in the government that we have or in the future from the ones that we're picking from there above. There's nothing in the electoral form that says none of the above. That's the most important vote that the UK actually needs, to actually remove them. Because it needs a change of government. It needs a change of people. Stop getting these career politicians that are self-serving. It doesn't matter which party it is, they're all the same. That's what's frustrating, is when people go, "Oh, well, they'll write a load of crap about the Conservatives and be pro-Labour, or they'll be pro-Labour and do the opposite way around." The reality is, there's no good out there too. They both do terrible stuff. And yet you'll get people that are so devout that they completely ignore all the stuff they get up to. So that's my view on that. Will it change our plans for Spain? Absolutely not. Spain is where we want to live. Spain is where we plan on our long-term life. No, it won't change that. There will be things that may actually have to be altered to suit politics. But I was in Europe before we had the freedom of movement and all the other EU little flags and stuff. I lived in Germany during the 80s. So it's not impossible, it's not difficult, it's not the end of the world. If anything, this whole Brexit thing has just made it more awkward coming through Alicante airport, and that's about it. There's extra security checks coming in and going out. But has it made a difference to people? No. You just have to leave an extra 20 minutes earlier to get through the security. Not the end of the world, but it's simply just removed something that was easy to make life more complicated. Fantastic. So that's my view on it, basically. I don't think the UK has a decent enough government. I don't think the EU is to blame for all the UK's problems. The UK has had a lot of problems for a long time. It's just been very easy to badge it up as EU did it, EU did it. And you don't have to watch Sturgeon from Scotland because she's always Westminster, Westminster, doing exactly the same. Well, instead of whining, why don't they do something about it? Oh, easy option, complain. Anyway, that's my thing on the Brexit. First, last, and not going to go over it again. I really don't care what goes on with it. So our plans in Spain are continuing on a path. Can't say on a timeline because, like I said, we've got things changing. We've got nearly enough for the deposit of the first house. So I'm sort of weighing things up at the moment, looking at houses from between 60 and 100,000. Don't really want to spend any more than that because I want to pay it off within a very short period of time. I'm not going to go over my pounds, shillings and pence, but the idea is to get that one paid off and buy the next one and then do it again. So I can get to a point where I can get enough income to be out here permanently without having to do anything else. Now, it doesn't mean I won't be doing anything else, but it just means it's much easier to manage your finances annually. So that's what we're up to at the minute. But yeah, life's good here. The hardest bit at the moment is trying to do these videos because there's always noise and distractions coming in from everywhere. The plaza with dogs barking. Now I've got the kids. And the beach was windy and noisy. But beyond that, we're getting there. The other thing I want to say is a big hi to Richard. Richard's arrived in La Mata now. He's now a La Mata resident. So I've got to go and see him hopefully today because I'll be flying out again tomorrow. But it is a nice place to live, and a few people have said, oh, what happens if all this goes wrong? This was here before the EU, and it will still be here after the EU. The tourism in Spain has changed a little bit. I mean, you've got to remember, La Mata is not Benidorm. La Mata is predominantly people from Bilbao, Barcelona, Madrid. You do get Brits on holiday here, but you also get people on holiday from Russia, Sweden, Switzerland, Germany, France, Belgium. It's a very mixed environment, but predominantly Spanish. So that ain't going to change. I mean, what I find really disturbing about the media we have today is it's so doom and gloom. There's never a positive story. It's always about how the worst case scenarios. It's sad. But myself, I can see this carrying on because it doesn't matter what goes on. People adjust their budgets. For example, if people are going to Indonesia, Philippines, let's just say Far East on a holiday, or cruises, or something else that costs a fair bit to actually get there, and haven't got the budget, they'll go more local. So you get an increase in people coming to places like here. So the market will adapt to it. I mean, the UK is expensive to holiday. I mean, I've holidayed in the UK a few times myself. So although people say, oh, more Brits are holidaying in the UK, maybe they are, maybe they're not, I don't know. But the reality is, it's cheaper to actually fly to Spain than it is to travel down the road to somewhere local. That's just the reality. The only difference is you've got a guarantee of sunshine here pretty much. Even here, it's December. They've got the Christmas tree up on the plaza. All the Christmas lights are running along the road. But you know what? It's not raining. The sun's out. It's not a 2-week caravan in somewhere in Wales or Devon and Cornwall with a risk of bad weather. It's consistent here. So anyway, that's enough of that, and I'll copy in some of the videos I've done already relating to the renovations because like I said, it's a bit noisy being out and about today. Alright, catch you later. Okay, so these are new locks, as you can see. These are quite nice little keys. Spanish key locks are quite heavy duty. So that's looking alright. We've been doing some work on the electrics as well. We're just starting on those. This was an old counter that was hanging from the ceiling over there. That's been ripped out. We moved the kitchen counter around as well, because that was across the middle of the room here. Sofa and stuff's getting moved around at the minute. These are the old sockets. This is what I say about changing sockets and things when you take one of these places on, because that's probably been there since late 70s, early 80s. So the electrics are sort of getting looked at the minute. The kitchen's looking a lot healthier than it was. Still a lot of work to go on. Obviously a little bit around the kitchen light, so that'll be a new light going in there. Still deciding what to do about the fan. Personally I want to change it, but we'll see. Going to schedule to change that at a different date. We'll run it and test it, check it's alright before the owner arrives, and see all the sockets are getting ready to be ripped out. We go over here. These are all coming out as well. Changing those. Some of the stuff that does go on in Spain does concern me a bit. I mean, you've got a socket on the wall there, over the toilet, to the washing machine. I don't really want to say anything on that at the minute. This is another one we're correcting. So you wanted some wall lights, so you wire it up across the ceiling and take the one out the middle of the ceiling. Something else I'm correcting. But it is what it is. I mean, the apartment's quite a nice little size. It's in La Mata. It's looking a lot better already with the paintwork. Like I said, doing some of the socket changes and switches changes. So it is improving. And it's not a lot of money to actually refurb it and stuff. One of the things I do recommend is when you're looking at places, just tap around, because you'll find you can hear that there's hollow in certain areas. But these are single glazed units. So ideally we're going to take the window out and change that, not on the first phase, but maybe later on, and maybe change the blind as well, because that's been in a few years as well. But beyond that, this one's getting there. We'll have the most of this pretty much done within the next few days. What else have we got in here? Yeah, one of the things we have been doing as well is we order the stuff for the owners as well and deal with it. So it's not just a case of doing the refurb, but like well, I suppose it's second fix and also all their housing essentials. So we organise all the kitchen stuff as well, which is something April likes doing. So new beds, new kettles, new utensils, going through the old stuff as well, removing the old stuff, because there was an old TV unit here as well, that's been ripped out and thrown away. But little by little, bringing it up to a standard that's modernised. Same with this sort of stuff. The owner's having a look and decide what bits she wants. Other bits will simply get thrown away. But anyway, that's what we're up to this weekend. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, so I was in here yesterday. I'm back again. Probably see a few changes. Got a lamp installed from IKEA. New sockets. Testing the water heater as well, so we've got some hot water on. New sockets. Going to seal these as well, because one of the things you get to be aware of is fat gets behind it, chip fat and dirty oil, which is obviously going to cause an electrical fire if it gets given half a chance. So we're going to seal all the way around the sockets and things, just something to be aware of. If I have a look here, you probably noticed the light in here yesterday. So now we changed, it's got a new light fit in. This is an LED one as well, so it shouldn't need too much maintenance on it. Washing machine's actually running at the minute. What else did we do in here? We haven't done much in the bathroom, to be honest, at the moment. Bedroom's nearly finished. These are roll-up mattresses. Once you unroll them, they sort of pop. Well, I'll put a video on for that as well, because we've actually got one as well for our house. So the beds are in. New wall sockets, new light socket. Cleaned the fitting on this one and refixed it because it was just hanging. Not going to mention about that and the quality of stuff, but prepping the clothes to go home for tonight. Rushed around so I can spend Sunday with the family, but I'll stick an update on the end of this video as well. Anyway, catch you later. Okay, so we've just got a new mattress. Where's this one come from? IKEA. They're vacuum packed. If you don't. So you're wondering if you'll get it into the car. They come pre-rolled. You'll probably see some of them in the video relating to the apartment we're just renovating. But just so you know that basically what you're getting now, you're seeing it almost like popcorn popping into shape because it's sprung. So as the air sort of gets into it, it will suddenly rise up. And it takes about 3 days to settle down? 2 to 3 days. 2 to 3 days. So this is one of the things we're doing for, I mean this one's going on our bed, we bought one for our own bed. But yeah, it's half slow. Half slow? Or very slow, I don't know. But that's pretty much it, it'll come out like this. Yeah, if we cut it, it'll actually grow a bit faster.
You just want the motion.
More air going in it. April's busy cutting it on the other side. There we go.
Still like...
And as you can see, it's now in shape. Like I say, it takes about 3 days to settle. But we got a new mattress for our bed because the one we got on there at the moment is not great. But also, the Spanish beds are a bit lower, so we're actually putting this on top of the other one. But anyway, thanks for watching.
Don't you dare.
Alright guys, as you probably guessed, back in La Mata. It's looking nice here. The wind's just picked up now, started recording. Let's take a look and walk along the boardwalk. Hopefully it's not too windy. Busy weekend this weekend. Been doing some renovations for somebody, and I'll tag those on at the end of the video. We'll come away from the waves. I think it's a bit too windy to
Too fast because she can't run that.
Hello.
Wow. Wow. Eso aquí una semana antes de...
You can see it's quite warm for the day. Try to get out the breeze a bit. Ah, okay, building's gone from here, look. An old building that was sat there. Single story, looks like they're ripping it down. Probably a new low rise.